Hi, welcome all. Welcome to the channel Maths 1, where we learn the concepts of mathematics in simple and easy way. My name is Sharat Sharma, and today we are going to learn about the coordinate geometry. First question जो मैं पूछना चाहिए is what is coordinate geometry? ये coordinate geometry है क्या? So let's jump into the introduction of Now in earlier classes हम लोगों ने already सीखा है एक number line and how to plot a point on that number line. Just to revise that, let's look at the number line. We already know number line is represented as a line where we have 0 and all the numbers on the right hand side, they represent the positive values, say positive 1, positive 2, 3 and so on. And in the same ways left hand side पे negative values -1, -2, -3 and so on. तो अगर हमें यहाँ पर एक पॉइंट प्लॉट करना है से +3, so we go to 0 and count 1, 2, 3 on right hand side and we see this is +3 point. लेकिन अगर हमें -2 पॉइंट प्लॉट करना है, we again go to 0 and we go to the left hand side and we say 1, 2, so this is -2. So this is our number line which we have already read. लेकिन लाइफ इतनी ईजी नहीं है, कुछ कॉम्प्लेक्सिटीज़ होते हैं जो कि नंबर लाइन से रिप्रेजेंट करना इतना ईजी नहीं होता है. लेट्स लुक एट दोज एग्जाम्पल्स. सो टू अंडरस्टैंड कोऑर्डिनेट ज्योमेट्री, लेट्स लुक एट द फर्स्ट एग्जाम्पल. लेट्स टेक एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ अ सोसाइटी, हाउ द लेआउट इज. So we can consider a road which is running in the direction of east and west, and then we have these streets. So we can look at these streets with odd numbers towards the north side, which is street 1, 3, 5 and 7, and we can look at, or we can consider streets with even number towards the south, street 2, 4, 6 and so on. तो जब आप मूव करते हैं किसी सोसाइटी में, लेट्स से कि इस सोसाइटी में मूव करते हैं, हाउ डू यू टेल योर एड्रेस टू योर फ्रेंड और समवन हु वांट्स टू विजिट यू? यू विल टेल देम द स्ट्रीट नेम एंड देन द हाउस नंबर. सो फॉर एग्जांपल, you stay at street number 4, house number 4. So you say first you go to that street number 4 and say 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the house where you stay. Easier? Street, house number. अब जब पहली बार हम किसी सोसाइटी में जाते हैं, सबसे पहले हमें पता करना होता है कि वो वाला कौन सा घर है जहाँ पे अगर हम क्रिकेट का शॉट मारेंगे तो बॉल वापस नहीं आएगी, यू विल बी आउट एंड दैट विल बी अ प्रॉब्लम. सो लेट्स जस्ट से यू मूव टू दिस न्यू सोसाइटी, तुम्हारे फ्रेंड्स बनते हैं और वो सबसे पहले तुम्हें ये इन्फॉर्मेशन देते हैं कि ये पर्टिकुलर घर में अगर तुम्हारे क्रिकेट बॉल जाता है तो तुम आउट हो गए और बॉल वापस नहीं मिलेगा. हाउ डू दे टेल यू? सो दे आर ऑल्सो गोइंग टू द सेम वे. They can tell you this. Let's see, consider that particular house where you won't get the ball back from is on street number 7. So your friend is going to say, if you go to street number 7 and the 5th house, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the house जहाँ पे अगर तुम्हारी क्रिकेट शॉट जाता है तो बॉल वापस नहीं मिलेगी. Now consider in this example or observe that how we are defining a house, location of a house, street name and house number. We are looking at two information and these are independent. It could be any of these streets and it could be any of the house on that street. If you look at the second house, the example we have taken, हम लोग बोल रहे हैं street number 7, information 1 and information second is house number. So that's how we locate this house. Let's look at the second example to understand coordinate geometry. So consider there is a class and this is the seating arrangement. We have various rows of the tables or we can say desks where students are sitting. Row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the desk where teacher sits. And then we are having columns as well. Column number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So अगर वो teacher नया है, maybe it's first lecture or second lecture, teacher may not know name and details of all the students. And then students are also in the uniform. So teacher cannot say that, okay, red shirt or blue shirt, you please stand up and talk about it. So how a teacher can locate a student? So for example, teacher wants to talk to a person who's sitting over here on this desk. How teacher is going to identify? Teacher is going to say the student sitting in the row number 3 and column number 4. So that's the way teacher can identify or locate a student, that it should be on the row number 3 and column number 4. Again, observe that this location can be identified by two informations. First is the row number, which is 3, and second is the column number, which is 4 in this case. Let's look at another example. In this example, which is third one, we can consider that you have a paper which is A4 sheet, और इस A4 sheet पर तुमने एक डॉट प्लॉट किया है. ये तुम्हारा फ्रेंड है जो कि कहीं तो बैठा हुआ है, और ओवर द फोन यू कैन नॉट सेंड द पिक्चर्स, यू कैन नॉट सेंड द वीडियोज, सो ओवर द फोन यू हैव टू टेल योर फ्रेंड वेयर टू मार्क दैट पॉइंट ऑन हिज पेपर वेर एवर ही इज सिटिंग. तो कैसे पॉसिबल है? देयर इज अ वे टू डू इट. तो बेसिकली you are going to find out where this dot is. So how you can do it? You can identify, take the example of this edge, left hand side ka edge, uske parallel you are going to draw a line and measure the distance. And then let's say this distance between left edge and the line which passes through this point which is parallel to this one, let's say it is 2 centimeter for example. Same ways नीचे के edge के parallel एक और line तुम draw करोगे इस point से, or let's say this distance is 3 centimeter. So where these two lines meet, that's basically the point. तो तुम अपने फ्रेंड से क्या बोलोगे कि you look at the left bottom corner of the page and from there take a distance of 2 centimeter and draw a line parallel to left edge of the paper. So he is going to draw this line. This should be 2 centimeter. Again you are going to say, you need to tell your friend you need to draw a line which is parallel to the bottom edge of the paper and the distance from this corner should be 3 centimeter. He's going to draw this line, and for him as well he's going to come with this point. Now if you see, you have communicated easily the location of this particular point to your friend. Now if you see all three examples, they are more or less similar. Why they are similar? If you look at this example where we are looking at society with road and the streets, you are identifying the location with the street number and the house number. So it's like street and house number. Two informations. Same ways, if you look at the seating arrangement, you are identifying the location of student by two information. One is row and the second one is column. Row and column. In this case, if you are looking at to locate a point, you are using two information, which is distance from the left edge and distance from the bottom edge. So what do we conclude? Basically, coordinate geometry is locating a point or a location with help of two independent information. So that's about the introduction of coordinate geometry. We are going to learn more about coordinate geometry, what it is and what are the concepts, but this is how basically the coordinate geometry is understood. We need two independent information to locate a point or a location on a plane, and that is known as coordinate geometry. Look at the exercise, which are unsolved questions. It is given on page number 3, NCERT book for class 9. So the first question is, how will you describe the position of a table lamp on your study table to another person? So for example, you have this study table. This is the location of your table lamp. Basically, this is the base of the table lamp. And how are you going to communicate this location to your friend or maybe someone else over the phone, where you can definitely not share the pictures? So how to do it? First of all, let's consider that this is the table you have, study table, and you can define these edges just to identify that this is east west and this is north south. So you can say, if you consider a point which is on one of the corners, and this is towards the west south corner, from here you are going to draw a line which passes through the center of your table lamp base, and you get this distance. So let's say this is x centimeter, and in the same ways you are going to draw a line which is parallel to the south edge of the table, and that should be passing through this center of the table lamp, and let's consider this will be y centimeter. So how you can communicate location of your table lamp? You can easily say that if you consider that table is lying in the position which is north, south and east, west direction, if you consider the point which is west, south direction, from here if you go x centimeter on the south edge, and from there if you go parallel to the west edge which is y centimeter, you are going to arrive at a point which will be the center of the base of your table lamp. So let's look at question number 2 in exercise 3.1, which is given on page number 53. So basically this question is about the street plan. This question has two parts. Part number 1, where we are talking about creating the street plan on the paper, and the question says that there are two roads which are running south to north and west to east direction, and they meet at the center of the town. So if we look at this figure over here, we have created these two roads. Consider these two lines which are basically the roads. This is north to south and this is east to west, and they are meeting each other at the center of the town, which I have named as O. And then it says, question says, there are 5 streets which are parallel to these roads in each direction, and these streets are 200 meters apart. So I have created these 5 streets. So 5 streets which are parallel to the road which is north south, and 5 streets which are parallel to this road which is east to west, and these streets are 200 meters apart. Now also in the question it is given that on paper हम लोग उसे 200 meters को we can consider as 1 centimeter. So usually when we draw bigger areas like societies or cities on a paper, of course on paper we do not have unlimited space, so we scale it down. So this is basically known as scale. 1 centimeter equals to 200 meter on the ground. So with that scale, this distance between each street is basically 1 centimeter. So on first centimeter it is street number 1, second centimeter it's street number 2, and so on. So the first part is to draw this street plan on the paper. This is the answer. This is how we create that. Now there is a second part to the question where it is given that suppose all these, basically where these streets they meet each other, that is known as cross street. So if by definition in question it says 2, 5, 2, 5, in question it is given कि अगर ये 2, 5 है, so this cross street is basically second street which is running north to south direction, where it is intersecting with 5th street. ये जो 5th street है which is running east to west. So basically if we look at second street and the 5th street which is running east to west, this is the intersection which is 2 and 5. Now with this assumption and definition of 2 and 5 in this respect, question है how many cross streets can we identify with number 4, 3 or with this denomination or with this nomenclature 4, 3. So given that this in 2 and 5 the first number was actually the street which is running north and south, so we say 4 is the number of street which is running in the direction north and south. So we say 1, 2, 3, 4, this is the street over here, and then 4, 3. So if we look at 3, by definition given in the example, the second number is the street which is running east to west. So 1, 2, 3, this is the street, and this is the fourth one. So where they intersect over here. So this cross street जो हमें 4 and 3 को represent करती है वो सिर्फ एक है. So we identified that how many 4 and 3 cross streets can be there? There could only be one. We can identify that. Now similarly, there is another part. How many cross streets can we identify with number 3 and 4? Again we look at the same definition which is given in the question. पहला number जो है 3, that is the number of street which is running north to south direction. So we go to 1, 2, 3. This is the street 3, and then comma 4. So this is the number of street which runs in east and west direction. So we go to 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the street in this example. So we say intersection is over here, and here we can basically identify one cross street with this definition of 3 and 4. So how many cross streets can we identify with 3 and 4? 1. So now we are going to learn about another topic in coordinate geometry, and it is known as Cartesian system. So what is Cartesian system? There was a French mathematician known as René Descartes. He invented a method. In his dream he invented a method to locate a point on a plane this was basically based on the method of longitude and latitude. You know, even on Google Map or any other map, you can pinpoint location. For example, in the world map, you want to see where the position of Delhi is. तो दिल्ली की पोजीशन लॉन्गिट्यूड और लेटीट्यूड ये दो वैल्यूज होती हैं, उससे यू कैन आइडेंटिफाई एंड लोकेट इट. ऑन द सेम वेज Rene came up and invented a system to locate a point on a piece of paper, and in his honor this system is known as Cartesian system. Rene Descartes Cartesian system. So now what is the system all about? So we already know that usually we represent points on the number lines. On this number line there is origin, which is known as 0, and then on the right hand side it is positive direction, in the left hand side it is negative direction. Rene Descartes, he invented a method where he said that we are going to put, or he said that there will be two such number lines which will be plotted on the paper, and then the way it has to be done, they have to be perpendicular to each other, and then they are going to intersect each other at the center point where a reading for both the lines will be 0. This will be called as origin. So let's look at this. The idea is, have a horizontal line which will be denoted as x dash, and we will call that x axis. Same ways, there is another number line which is placed vertically. So this is perpendicular to x axis, and it is drawn perpendicularly and denoted as y dash. This is intersecting the horizontal line at 0. So this point is known as origin. It is denoted as 0. It is denoted as O. So now we have this plane which is known as Cartesian plane, where we have horizontal line, vertical line, origin, everything looks good. So we need to understand that how this works. अगर ध्यान से देखेंगे, so ये number line है, ये origin है. If you go right hand side, all the numbers will be +1, +2, +3 and so on. So this direction, which is OX, is positive direction for x axis. In the same ways, if we go on the other direction, which is left hand side, so if we go from here -1, -2, -3 and so on, so OX dash is the negative direction for x axis. Same thing if we look at y axis, OY, which is upwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, this is positive direction, denoted as OY. If we go down on y axis, it's -1, -2, -3 and all the way down. So this is negative direction for y axis, and the way we want to denote that is OY dash. So those are the positive and negative directions which we have on Cartesian plane. अगर हम ध्यान से देखें, and we consider this as a page of a notebook, or this board is also a plane. So this system, or these two lines, are dividing this plane into 4 parts. Now these 4 parts are known as quadrants. These quadrants are further named as quadrant 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. The first thing is we need to understand that which quadrant is 1, which one is 2nd and so on. We cannot just haphazardly go and call this one as first one, this one as first quadrant, or this one or that one. No, that doesn't work. There is a system. So the system is, हम लोग देखेंगे कि x axis और y axis, इनके पॉजिटिव डायरेक्शन जो दोनों के हैं जिस क्वाड्रेंट में, विच हैपन्स टू बी दिस वन, तो यहाँ पर पॉजिटिव डायरेक्शन x का, यहाँ पर पॉजिटिव डायरेक्शन y का. इस क्वाड्रेंट में जो भी वैल्यूज होंगे, इस क्वाड्रेंट को बोलेंगे क्वाड्रेंट नंबर 1. ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, वेयर द x direction is positive, y direction or y axis is positive, that's the quadrant we always call that as 1. So this is first quadrant. Just so that you can understand, I'm just writing it. X is positive and y is also positive direction. So this is just to remember. This is first quadrant. Once we have located first quadrant, we go anti-clockwise from here, and then we keep on increasing. So if we go anti-clockwise from here, it is going to be the second quadrant. If we further go here, it is third quadrant, and if we further go over here, it is fourth quadrant. So these are the 4 quadrants which are formed by these 2 perpendicular number lines. So this is the information which we have for Cartesian system. हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं, ये वीडियो को यहीं पॉज कर सकते हैं और अपनी नोटबुक पर ये प्लेन बनाकर और ये सब डेफिनेशंस, यू ऑल्सो ट्राई टू ड्रॉ दिस Cartesian system on your notebook. Try to understand all these definitions. If you are also able to understand, that will really help you to understand what this Cartesian system is. So please go ahead and pause this video for now and draw this on your notebook. So when we were talking about this plane and x-axis and y-axis are drawn on that to locate a point, this plane is known as coordinate plane. This plane is also known as Cartesian plane and it is also known as xy plane. तो अगर क्वेश्चन आता है टेस्ट में एग्जाम में कि ड्रॉ अ पॉइंट और लोकेट अ पॉइंट ऑन कोऑर्डिनेट प्लेन, इट्स द सेम थिंग. क्वेश्चन ऐसे भी आ सकता है कि ड्रॉ और लोकेट अ पॉइंट ऑन कार्टेशियन प्लेन, ऑफ कोर्स दिस इज व्हाट वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट. क्वेश्चन ऐसे भी आ सकता है कि लोकेट अ पॉइंट ऑन एक्स वाई प्लेन. सो डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज, दीज थ्री आर द नेम्स ऑफ सेम प्लेन विच इज फॉर्म्ड बाय द कार्टेशियन सिस्टम. Another one is we call x axis and y axis. If we take plural of these axes, it is known as axes, A-X-E-S. And saying that x axis and y axis, we just call both of them together as coordinate axis. So if a question comes that draw coordinate axes in say coordinate plane, so what do you need to do? There is a plane and in that you need to draw x axis and y axis. So please do remember that. Now moving on, हम लोग के पास ये कार्टेशियन सिस्टम है जहाँ पे we have x axis and we have y axis. There are 2 points which are plotted, point A and point B. You can see that black dot in red circle. So now we need to understand how to locate and how to read what is the position of these points. So let's take A point first and then we'll go to point number B. So what we say is we have two components. Understand, we said coordinate geometry is all about locating position of a point with two independent information. This is exactly the same how we are going to do it. So for A we need to find x coordinate and we need to find y coordinate. How do we do that? X coordinate for a point is actually the perpendicular distance from the y axis. So from this point, if we draw this line which is perpendicular to y axis, you see this is a perpendicular line. So this length is known as x coordinate, which comes out to be 4 in this case. So if we are looking at, we just write all these understandings over here. Point A we are talking about x coordinate, which is the perpendicular distance from y axis, and value is 4. Y coordinate for the same point, because we have to understand, or we need to understand, we need to have two informations to locate a point. So if we want, we already have got the x coordinate, we need to have y coordinate. Y coordinate is basically the distance, perpendicular distance from x axis. So we draw a line from point A which is perpendicular to x axis and this distance comes to 3. Now there is more to it. These x coordinate, which is nothing but the parallel distance from y axis, is also known as abscissa. Y coordinate, which is the perpendicular distance from the x axis, is also known as ordinate. So कल टेस्ट में एग्जाम में if the question says tell or let us know the x coordinate and y coordinate of point A, of course you know now that it is 4 and 3. Question may also come as what are the abscissa and ordinate for point A. So in that case you need to remember abscissa is nothing but x coordinate and ordinate is nothing but the y coordinate of the point. Now we know abscissa is 4 or x coordinate is 4, ordinate or y coordinate is 3 for this point. So how do we actually denote this? If you are writing say point A location and point B location, so there could be say 10 points or say more than 10 points. How do we write that location which is short enough to write and understand? So what we do is we always write abscissa or x coordinate first, then we put a comma and then we write y coordinate and then we put that in a bracket. How do we do that? So in this case, if we want to write the coordinates of A, we write x coordinate which is 4, we put comma and then we write y coordinate which is 3 and we put that in a bracket. So we are always going to say location of location of point A is 4, 3. So this point A is denoted as 4, 3. This representation, x coordinate, y coordinate in a bracket, is also known as coordinate of the point A. Now if you look at similar details for point B, we can understand similarly what will be the x coordinate. X coordinate will be the perpendicular distance from the y-axis. So from y-axis, if we look at the perpendicular distance, the distance is 5, and since this direction is negative direction, so we are going to write -5. If we look at the y coordinate or ordinate of point B, it is perpendicular distance from x-axis, and if we look at that, it is 4, and since it is the negative direction, it is minus sign. So it is -4. Now again, if we want to look at the coordinates, how do we write coordinate for point B? We are going to write abscissa, comma, ordinate, and we put that in a bracket. So in this case, it will be -5, -4, and we put that in a bracket. So this will be the coordinates, -5, -4. So this completes our understanding on how to locate a point on Cartesian system. So to understand Cartesian system and location of the point on the Cartesian system, let's look at the examples. एक example जो solved example है, which is given on page number 57. Let's look at that. So basically we are given this Cartesian system where we are given 4 points, point B, M, L and S. So based on this, we have 4 questions. We need to identify those answers or values, and let's look at that. So the first question is, it says point B, what is the value of abscissa, what is the value of ordinate, and then what will be the coordinates for point B. So if you look at B, abscissa is basically x coordinate, which is this one, and how do we find that? It is the perpendicular distance from y-axis. So if you look at this, it comes out to be 4. So we write abscissa is 4. If you look at ordinate of point B, ordinate is nothing but the y coordinate, and the value of y coordinate is the perpendicular distance of the point from x-axis. So this one, if you look at this, this is perpendicular and value of this is 3. So we write that as 3. Now we also need to understand what are the coordinates for point B, and the way we write coordinates is abscissa, comma, ordinate, and we put that in a bracket. So we write abscissa is 4 and ordinate is 3, and we write that in bracket. These are the coordinates for point B. Let's move on to the second question or second part, which is for point M. What is the x coordinate, what is the y coordinate, and then what are the coordinates for point M. So we look at point M. X coordinate again is the perpendicular distance from y-axis, and this comes out to be 3. But if you understand, this is the negative direction, so this is going to be -3. So we are going to write x coordinate is -3. What is y coordinate? Y coordinate is nothing but the perpendicular distance from x-axis. If we see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, it is 4. So we write y coordinate is 4 for point M. Now coordinates, again x coordinate, comma, y coordinate, we put that in bracket. So we write x coordinate, which is -3, and comma 4, which is y coordinate, and we put that in bracket. So those are the coordinates for point M. Again, if we look at question 3rd, which is for point L, we need to understand x coordinate and find out y coordinate, and then ultimately write the coordinates for the point. So for L, again, x coordinate is the perpendicular distance from the y-axis, which comes out to be 5, but since it is in the negative direction, it is -5. So we write here x coordinate is minus 5. If you look at y coordinate for L, it's nothing but the perpendicular distance from x axis. So if you look at this perpendicular distance, it comes out to be 1, 2, 3, 4. But since it is in the negative direction, we write that as negative 4. So y coordinate is minus 4 for point L. Again, finding out the coordinates, how do we write that? X coordinate, comma, y coordinate, we put that in a bracket. So x coordinate for L is minus 5 and y coordinate is minus 4, and we put that in a bracket. These are the coordinates for point L. Now fourth one is for point S. Again, we need to find out what is the x coordinate, then what is the y coordinate, and based on that, what are the coordinates of the point S. So we look at point S. If you look at the x coordinate, it's the perpendicular distance from y axis, and it comes out to be 3. And it's in positive direction, so it is positive 3. If you look at the y coordinate, it's the perpendicular distance from the x axis, and if we look at 1, 2, 3, 4, it's 4, but since it's in the negative direction, we write that as minus 4. So x coordinate 3, y coordinate is minus 4. Now coordinates, I think by now we got hang of it. तो हम लोग समझ सकते हैं x coordinate, y coordinate, and we put that in a brace. 3 minus 4, and those are the coordinates. Let's take another example, example number 2, which is given on page number 59, to understand the points and how we can identify the coordinates for those. So if you see, this is the Cartesian plane or coordinate plane or xy plane, where we have points which are already placed over there or located over there, A, B, C, D and E. We are asked to find out the coordinates for these points. So let's start with point number 1, which is A. So how do we write the coordinates? We write x coordinate, y coordinate, and we put that in bracket. So what is x coordinate? It's the perpendicular distance from the y axis. So this x axis is always perpendicular to y. So if you look at 1, 2, 3, 4, x coordinate is 4, we write 4, and then we are looking for y coordinate. Y coordinate is the perpendicular distance from x axis. So if you see, this point lies on the x axis. So distance from x axis will be 0. So this will be the y coordinate, and we put that in a bracket. So these will be the coordinates for point A. If you look at point B, again x coordinate for point B, since it lies on the y axis, distance from y axis is 0. So x coordinate is 0. We look at the y coordinate, value is perpendicular distance from x axis. So if you see, this is perpendicular 1, 2, 3. So y coordinate is 3, and we put that in bracket. So it is 0, 3. We come to the next point, which is C. So we look at the x coordinate, which is the perpendicular distance from y axis, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it is in negative direction. So we write that as minus 5. And then what is the y coordinate? Since it lies on x axis, distance from x axis is 0. So y coordinate is 0. We can write that minus 5, 0. Minus 5, 0 are the coordinates for point C. Again, looking at the coordinates for point D, if we look at the x coordinate, which is nothing but the distance from y axis, we understand it lies on the y axis. So distance x coordinate is 0. If you look at the y coordinate for D, it is the perpendicular distance from x axis. So if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, but it is in the negative direction, so we write that as minus 4. So 0, minus 4 are the coordinates for point D. Now if we look at point E, which is even before that pointer which is given for the first centimeter or first mark, but then in the question it is given length of this distance is 2 by 3. So first of all, we are going to find out what is the x coordinate. So x coordinate is the distance from y axis, which is given as 2 by 3. It is in positive direction, so we are going to write 2 by 3 only, and comma. Now we look at the y coordinate. since it lies on the x axis, y coordinate will be 0 because the distance from x axis is 0. So we write 0. We put this in bracket. So coordinates for point E are 2 by 3 comma 0. So that concludes our example number 2 on page 59. I hope you understand how to locate a point and how to give the coordinates for that point. Look at the unsolved exercise, which is exercise 3.2. It is given on page 60 in NCERT. So, pehla question, it says, what is the name of horizontal line and vertical line drawn to determine the position of any point in Cartesian plane? So, we know horizontal line, which is x-axis, it is denoted as x and x dash. Vertical line, which is known as y-axis, and it is denoted as y and y dash. Second question is, what is the name of each part which is formed by these two lines, which is x-axis and y-axis? So the answer to that is name of each part which is formed by these x-axis and y-axis is quadrant. Basically there are 4 quadrants, first, second, third and fourth. Now the third part of the question is, what is the name of point where these two lines intersect, which is x-axis and y-axis? So x-axis and y-axis, they intersect at 0, they intersect each other perpendicularly, and then that point is known as origin and it is denoted as letter O. At question number 2 of the same exercise 3.2, which is on page number 60. So इस question में हम लोग को एक Cartesian plane दिया हुआ है, and on this plane हमारे पास points हैं D, L, B, M, H, E, C and G. So based on this these points, we have been asked few questions. Let's look at those questions and try to find out what are the values for that. So the first question is, find out coordinates for point B. Coordinates, how do we find out coordinates? X coordinate comma y coordinate, we put that in a bracket. So let's look at point B. Where is point B? Here. X coordinate is perpendicular distance from y axis. So this is 5 in minus direction. So it is minus 5. So let's write the x coordinate, which is minus 5. What is the y coordinate for this? Perpendicular distance from x axis. This is 2 in positive direction. So stays 2. And we put that in bracket. So coordinates for point B are minus 2, minus 5 and 2. Let's look at question number 2, which is again find the coordinates for point C. Locate point C. Here it is. What is the abscissa or x coordinate for point C? If you look at perpendicular line to y axis, we'll understand this. Perpendicular line and distance is 5. So x coordinate is 5 or abscissa is 5. Look at the ordinate. Ordinate is basically 5. Since it's a negative direction, it is going to be minus 5. And we put that in bracket. That's the coordinate for point C. Now third question is, what is the point minus 3 minus 5? So look at first two questions. They are saying look at the point and find out what are the coordinates. In third question, it is the coordinate is given, but we need to identify which point it is. So looking at these coordinates minus 3 minus 5. So on x axis we need to find out minus 3. On x axis we go and find out minus 3. And then for y coordinate we need to have minus 5. So minus 5 will be in the lower direction. We go down from here. So minus 3 minus 5, we arrive at this location, which is point E. So point minus 3 minus 5 is E. Fourth question, what is point 2 minus 4? Again, coordinates are given. We need to locate the point and tell what is the name of that point. So 2 and 4. On x axis we go 2 points towards right hand side direction, which is positive direction. So we reach origin. We go 2 unit distance in positive direction for x. Here we are. And then y coordinate is minus 4. So from here we go down because it is negative. So we go down and it is 4. So here what's the name of the point? It's G. So we have identified, reached the point G. G is the answer. Now for fifth question, it says abscissa of point D. Abscissa is the x coordinate. Let's locate point D. What is the abscissa or x coordinate? X coordinate is the perpendicular distance from y axis. If we look at this is perpendicular line and the x coordinate is 6. So abscissa is 6 for point D. Now ordinate for point H. Ordinate is y coordinate. Let's locate point H where it is. Here it is. So if you are looking at a y coordinate is the perpendicular distance from x axis. If we draw that line, we find out it is 1, 2, 3. So it is 3. Answer, but this is in negative direction, so it is minus 3. So y coordinate or ordinate for point H is minus 3. Now we are again asked the question for point L, we need to identify the coordinates. So let's locate where is point L over here. It's here. So coordinates for point L, x coordinate for point L, since it lies on y axis, it is going to be 0. So we can say perpendicular distance from y axis. So since it lies on y axis, perpendicular distance from y axis is 0. So x coordinate is 0. Let's look at the y coordinate. Y coordinate is distance from x axis. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, 0, 0, 5 is the coordinates for point L. Now we need to find out the coordinates for point M. Let's locate where is point M. It's here. So how do we write coordinates? Again, it's x axis comma x coordinates comma y coordinates. X coordinate for M is 1, 2, 3. So it's 3, but since it is in negative direction, so it has to be negative 3. We put a comma and then we find out what are the y coordinates. Perpendicular distance from x axis, since it is on the x axis, the distance will be 0. So we write that as 0 and we put that in a bracket. So coordinates for point M are minus 3, 0. So this completes our question number 2 from exercise 3.2.